Okay, this is the first video after a little bit of a break. Sorry about that. I have a newborn baby now, so things have been quite hectic around our house. And but I'm back to the shop. I've been tying orders and getting caught up here, and finally have enough time to make you guys a video. So I'm just gonna do a short little minnow pattern that I've been working on here. It's going to be new to the website and everything like that. I've fished it quite a bit over the last few springs, but it's just this little baitfish here. Zoom you in on that. Okay, that's it in the vise there. This is one actually. It's real simple. Just a few materials, jig hook, tungsten, small tungsten bead on this one. This one's for a dropper actually. I like fishing this underneath like foam and stuff like that. It can be fished alone definitely, but it's just I started tying this one with the lighter weight just for dropping underneath some foam, some type of foam, dry fly, popper, what have you. So yeah, body of the fly is EP, or this one actually is Bonnie cord that I got and brushed out. This actually color I got from one of my friends over at SVS there, Chad. Thanks, buddy. I don't know if you guys can see that. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, this is just a little minnow fry jig pattern, little dropper I'm going to tie right now. So that one out of here, we're going to come in with our hook and bead, which on this one is going to be a Ahrex FW 550 size 10 with a 2.8 millimeter tungsten bead. Just a small little bead. It's just going to help it cut through the water, but not too heavy that it's not going to pull down whatever it's we're using to hold it up here. Just get you guys focused on there. Okay. For this fly, we're going to use, I'm just going to use Power Thread 140 white. I'm just going to attach our thread onto the hook, and we're not going to put in lead like we usually do, just to hold this bead. This small bead we can just hold in place with a little bit of thread. We're going to mash some thread up there and then come back right about to the point of our hook. That's where we're going to tie in some flash. So for the flash, this is just cut down lateral scale. This is the 1/64 width lateral scale. I took one piece off the hank in half, and that's, this is cut into fourths here. So I'm just going to run 2 strips out the back, tie them on what will be the bottom of our hook, fold them back, tie right over top. So those are secured in and back. We're going to advance our thread up the hook here to just about to our bead. And that's where we're going to tie in our belly of EP. So, cut off of the hank of EP. This is cut down probably into fourths, I want to say. Let me check the size here. Let me grab. Hang on. Okay, got my trusty yardstick here. So this fiber I have cut down to 2.5 inches. And I just have a bundle of it here, and I just pull off of, what I need. I want my stacks to be a little bit lighter on the bottom, a little bit heavier on the top. I'm just going to pull off a few and taper our ends a little bit just so we get a little bit of variance in our length. Spin up our thread. And then I'm going to go just about even with my flash towards the back. Catch that with a few 2 or 3 wraps. Pull down tight. Pull that material back. Just mash it around our hook a little bit here. Couple wraps over. And then I'm going to sneak my thread up in front. And that's where I'm going to invert and tie in the top. So as you can see, this is a very quick fly. It's more resin work than anything, with our UV resin at the end. So you can crank out a bunch of these pretty quick. So once again, I'm just going to take a little bit more dense of a stack. Taper our ends out again. You twist this material, it'll stay together pretty good. Just a way to manipulate it. So we're going to measure that back to the length of our tail, or our belly stack. Come over that with 1, 2 wraps. Make sure that's all tight. Push this material back. One, 2 over it, and then sneak our thread back up in to our bead there. I'm just gonna pop this out and see how you give that a little bit of a rub, and now it's one nice thing there. Okay. So, now we're going to come in with our last material that we're going to tie on, and that's ice wing fiber. And this is the color Peacock Eye. We're going to pull out 10-ish strands. This is real long stuff, so I'm going to take it, fold it in half. Cut that in half at the halfway point, and then we're going to put it onto our hook about 50-50, and then this is going to get trimmed down. This is still going to be pretty long. So that's 1, 2 wraps on top. Pull the material up and over. And then a couple, just distributing this around a little bit more. There's 2 wraps in front, 3 wraps, and a half hitch, and finish this off. Okay. Paw that down, snip off our thread. Pull this out again and do a little bit of manipulating. Okay, and there we go. This is a little long, like I said. I'll trim these down so that the flash is just a little bit longer. Than our EP. Okay, see that there? Okay, back into the vise so we can attach our eyes. What size? Yeah, these are about 1/8 inch eyes. Just some cheaper 3D lure tape eyes. Probably a little overkill, but they look cool. So I'm going to come in with some Loctite super glue, just a little dab on the back. This is basically just to get them in place, and then we're going to go over and we're going to coat everything with UV to hold these eyes in and hold everything in place. And it's going to basically be like a surf candy, pretty much. Just like a jig style surf candy. Okay, got a spot on there. Put it on your side. Sorry for the length of my finger, gross fingernails. I have a newborn baby, so there's other things in my mind. Alright, so those are great. Those are right in position. And what I'm going to do now is just set this fly to the side. Can you see it? Kinda. Okay, so I got this out of the vise. I'm going to pull this material down, our belly stack here. I'm going to give that a bit of a trim just to give it a little bit of taper. Once again, probably an unnecessary step, but makes it look good. And there we have it there. This is where I'll put these to the side, and then we'll come back here and I will show you how I seal them up and finish them off. Okay? Okay, welcome back. We're just gonna seal this up with some UV. I'm gonna use the Raise That Thick Flex for this one. So I have these on my eyes on here, and you can see they're both on either side. So what we're going to do basically is just fill in the top, fill in the fill in the top, fill in the bottom, and then I'm going to go back through with a second coat, and that second coat I'm just going to wrap all the way around. So I'm going to speed this up to at least the second coat here. Okay, so now once we have this coated, we got just in between our eyes, top and the bottom. I'm going to go back to the bottom. I'm just going to hit right behind each eye with the resin. Wrap it all the way around. Another coat on the bottom. And then wrap around this eye. Okay, we're just going to give this a little bit of a spin. Ooh, sorry about the noise. Just move anything around get it exactly where you want it, because once you hit it with this light, going to be a lot more solid. And then I'm just going to go all the way around with this light and just cure this real well. Okay, there we go. We have our finished fly for you guys. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see if we can get yeah, there we go. Yeah, and I've had success with this pattern on on steelhead, on bass, on trout. I've used it quite a bit in pond fishing too. Like I said in the beginning, this is great for you can fish it right underneath a popper. It doesn't even have to be that big of a popper. With this only having this small tungsten bead, it's gonna get down quick, but it's not going to pull down foam. You know, foam is a lot more dense, so it's gonna keep you up. So this is what we're calling the dropper minnow for now. If you guys come up with a better name, you let me know. I'm going to be tying these in just the white. Also the color scheme you saw in the beginning, there's just a tan over white. I'm going to get more colors of this material here shortly and go crazy. I'm also going to offer this pattern in 2 different weights. So there's going to be this 2.8 millimeter tungsten bead, and then also at least a 4, maybe a 4.6 millimeter tungsten bead, much heavier one that you can use for Euro nymphing or something like that. But I wouldn't recommend that for a dropper setup, just because it's a lot heavier. You're a lot more likely to pull down whatever you're trying to suspend it with. So once again, thank you for watching, guys, and welcome back. I'm gonna have videos up every Monday again. Hopefully I'm gonna try and make up a few here and get you guys caught up and get me caught up here at the shop. And yeah, thank you for following along. Please like and subscribe, and if you need any materials, all of these materials are available through our website. And if you have any questions, please just reach out. I would love to help you out however I can. Once again, thank you for watching. Have a good one. So here's a medium size Flyman Fishing Co. Popperhead. On the dropper we have our minnow. It's floating.